Hey guys, this is Julius again from Spectrum Topics, and today I want to make a video about the launch games on Xbox 720 or whatever it's going to be called. Trevor, my partner in this channel, made a PlayStation 4 launch games video, so check that out after this. But these are the games that Microsoft will need to launch with the Xbox 720 to make it successful, to sell units and have games that people will want to buy the console just to play this game. Now, I have on my number 5 game, I have Alan Wake, and not another spin-off like American Nightmare, I think it was called, but Alan Wake 2, a game that will appeal to more the adventure style, maybe horror genre people. That'll be their game that they'll get, kind of like a ZombiU type of game that launched on the Wii U. But Alan Wake 1 was received really well, and we know that they probably are working on Alan Wake 2, most likely for next gen. So this is a pretty high chance that this game will come out on the next Xbox 720. My 4th game I have listed is Destiny. We know that this is a next-gen title. It will also be launched on Xbox 360, but it's Bungie's next big game that they're going to be launching with the Xbox. They've moved away from Halo. That's with 343. We'll talk about that later. But Destiny, I've talked about in my other Xbox 720 video, is we don't really know much. It's a sci-fi shooter game. We don't know if it's going to be all multiplayer focused, a single player and multiplayer. Really don't know. But we know it's going to be a big budget title that we'll know more about it in probably the coming months. But if this could bring an MMO or a PlanetSide 2 type shooter to the Xbox, that would be awesome, because you better bet that Sony will be moving PlanetSide 2 to the next PlayStation. Gears of War is my 3rd title. Now, I don't believe it's going to be at launch, Gears of War 4, but because Judgment Will is coming out in a couple months, actually. But Gears of War, it was supposed to end, the trilogy was supposed to end with Gears of War 3, and Epic was supposed to move on to new stuff, and it was going to end. But this is just me speculating. A couple months ago, Cliff Bleszinski left Epic Games, which is pretty shocking. He's been there for 20 years. He's in his early to late 30s, early 40s, and he was a face of that game company, and we're all wondering why he left. And he stated before that he doesn't want to work on Gears of War anymore. He wants to work on something new. Now, what I'm thinking maybe Microsoft came up to Epic after they made Gears of War 3, like, you're making us a lot of money, and they kind of showed Epic, all the money that they could make off of Gears of War. They offered him a whole bunch of money and pretty much forced him to make Gears of War 4, and Cliff Bleszinski's like, okay, well, that's not what I want to do, so I'm leaving. And I believe he's starting his own game company now. So I'm pretty sure Gears of War 4 will show up on the next Xbox, maybe a year later in 2014, but that's what I've owned down. My 2nd game I have is Halo. I'm going to think it's not going to be a Halo 4, that's why I just have Halo down, because I don't think they're going to be making the next iteration of the numbered series. I think it's going to be more of like a Halo Reach, maybe closer to Halo ODST type of game, where they could go in kind of a separate direction like ODST, more tactical, whatever they want to do, but Halo does sell units. It's hugely popular. Yeah, it's just what they're going to need to launch a next title with, and I think that's going to be a given. My number 1 is not going to be Call of Duty. I'm not too fond of Call of Duty, but what it is a new IP, a new blockbuster, the next Halo type of game. Now, I don't have a specific game, but I knew Microsoft has opened up a new studio, I believe, in Canada, in Vancouver. I could be wrong, to make what they claim is the next Halo, the next huge game. Not saying that Halo isn't successful, but saying that Halo isn't going to be around and be the blockbuster like it is. It might not be like that forever. So they're going to need their next huge game. That's going to amaze everyone. Lots of game companies and developers have been shying away from making new IPs or new franchises this late in the console cycle because they know that we're going to have new hardware, and why make it on this old Xbox 360 or PlayStation 3 when they can just wait a year and put it on the next platform. So I think that we will, or Microsoft will push for new IPs, new franchises, and so we can get something new, not just Halo or Halo 5 and new Splinter Cells and all that stuff. So I want to see Microsoft go adventurous and put something new out there. So those are my five Xbox 720 launch title games that I think Microsoft needs to be successful. So like us on like this video, share it with your friends, comment on it for new suggestions. I want to hear what you guys have to say. Email us at spectrumtopics@gmail.com. Follow us on Twitter at spectrumtopics.